Hello and welcome, fellow Sovereigns. And I have an urgent message that you need to listen to today. And if you don't, the world's going to come to an end. And yes, that is one of the greatest control mechanisms that people have used, and they are still using it. That we're in desperate straits, and we must fix this thing right now, right now. And what happens is, when we get into that panic, we stop thinking. We stop thinking clearly. I remember Mike Godfrey, who's a doctor in Tauranga, a fairly, let's say, innovative doctor. And he gave a talk. And he talked about the fact that when people are diagnosed with cancer, there's a sudden panic. We've got to get you in and get this thing out right now. And that happened to my mother. She was diagnosed with breast cancer, and from diagnosis to end of operation was about 3 days. She was just shot over to Hamilton, had the operation, and it was a panic situation. But as Mike Godfrey said, that cancer may well have taken 20, 30 years to develop. So, okay, it's serious, but don't do the panic thing. Just stop and think about it. Have a talk to some people. Do some research. So this thing has been growing in your body, wherever it is. It's causing discomfort, pain. And Mike Godfrey's suggestion is just take it slowly. Another week, another month. If it's been growing there for 20 years, another month. And this sounds terrible because we've built ourselves around urgency. But he said, just breathe. And I notice this is happening all the time. And I'm a really old man. I'm 374 years old. I'm looking good for my age. And there have always been panics. The world has always been ending. There's always something going on. I know when I lived here 30 years ago, they were threatening that very soon all the waters of the world are going to rise and people were living and moving up away from the beach and going up into the hills because the waters of the world were going to rise. Well, they didn't move. And there's the Plymouth Stone, which is a large stone that's cemented into the bricks on the ground in Plymouth in England, and I think it was put there in 1602. There's an engraving of the date. I think it's 1602, and so it's the mark of the high tide mark where the water comes up, and it just comes. So the stone is here, and the water comes up just to the bottom of the stone. So it did that in 1602. It's still doing that today. The sea hasn't risen 1 millimetre in 500 years. And I know they're telling us this. But the way they're doing it, it's the whole panic thing. Whether it's a Greta Thunberg or whoever, it's a panic. Everything is a panic. And the panic is an inducement for you to stop thinking. There is no panic. There is no climate emergency, as 500 scientists have attested to at the United Nations in January. There is no emergency. I mean, was it 1993 there were, I think it was 13,000 polar bears. Today there are over 40,000, 40, nearly trebled. So there is no climate change emergency. There is no emergency. But we keep ramping these things up. There used to be epidemics, and now they're pandemics. I don't know what the next demic's going to be. A nukaraka pandemic. I don't know. There's going to be something. And the whole idea is to ramp up the panic. And when we're in panic, we stop thinking clearly. So there is no panic. Just take this day. Be in this moment. And when someone wants you to panic, that's their need to control. And when you want to panic, that means that you're out of control. Or there's something that you wish to control that is not actually fitting your paradigm, your desire. And when the panic arises, just recognize it as an unmet expectation. Change the expectation. Step back into peace. And then the answer will come, because the answer will never come from panic. So I simply suggest that we all panic really slowly today. Take a moment. Step aside and go, now, is it really that urgent? Whether it's about food, I mean, people talk about food supplies are running out. The dairy and beef production in Australia last year was the highest on record. They produced more beef, more milk, more butter, more everything, both for sheep and cattle. So you can panic, you can look at somebody's figures and go, oh, that's terrible. Or you can just go, let's actually do some proper research. And it's not so bad. So just remember, if someone wants you to panic, they have a need to control. And you don't have to buy into that need. So look about. Have a think. If I do nothing today, will the planet stop spinning? Will it stop? I don't know. Will it implode? No. And as I said, I've been around for a long time. Every single year of my life, I think there has been something to threaten us. The world's going to come to an end. Still here. You're still here. So, what do I wish you? I don't know what the opposite of panic is. Kipinap. No. P-A-N-I-C. C-I-N-A-P. Synap. Let's synap. Let's undo panic. And step into peace. And make our decisions from peace. From the wise counsel within. So I wish you lots of synap. Synap. Lots of synap, lots of non-panic. And I bless you and all who sail in her.